So we're in sick bay. This is Cuddy and Leelo. There are two special patients who are finally ready to go home after, what, 2 months?
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Start of March.
They came in quite a while ago with diarrhea and just parasite issues. So they've been treated. And it's time to finally go back to Calypso's corner with Shasta, Belle and JB. So we're up at Calypso's corner. So I think Cuddy's just gonna run out.
Yeah.
Probably. Yay!
Oh, she's so happy.
So Cuddy out of the cage like a gazelle.
The epitome of grace.
And Leelo doesn't want to leave her crate. So it'll just take Leelo a second or two to realise she's back home.
She's back up to her perch.
She does.
Look at her go! Run.
So Cuddy vocaling back and forward with Shasta. Leelo's still getting used to back. So Shasta's super happy to have Cuddy back. Probably some company as well. Other than Belle trying to squeeze in there. So we've got a bit of a groom train. Belle grooming Mummy Shasta and Shasta grooming Cuddy. So Shasta and Cuddy have been together for about 4 years. Cuddy looks great.
She said thank you.
Looks like she's strutting. So just before we brought Cuddy and Leelo back, we put these new platforms and ramps in for Cuddy, as she doesn't climb so well. Her motor functions are a bit impaired. So Jason, these were the platforms he was making, and he's painted them and put them in, and it looks great. So we're just waiting to see if Cuddy finds her way up them. She can see, so she should be able to see them okay. And this is a little sleeping crate for them. So we're hoping that Cuddy and Leelo sleep together in here. Our special girl Cuddy, who was hit by a car when she was a baby and suffered some permanent brain damage. So as you can see, she walks a little bit funny. But here she is using the special ramps which Jason has built for her. She doesn't quite have the balance to climb on thin branches and stuff. So she needs these platforms to get up high. And this is Belle, and they've been playing together ever since Cuddy came back in.
This is Mika. She is in an intro cage off Scrow Troop. We're integrating her into Scrow Troop. And at the moment she's having a visit from Riley, who she's enjoying playing with a lot.
So this is Mika at Scrow. She's with her integration. It's a slow progress. As you can see, she just went outside of the intro cage and just came back in. That's something we see quite often with her, going in and out, in and out, in and out. But she's spending more and more time outside.
Nice sunny Monday morning. Where's Ellie just in time? Team Gimli. Sandrine, one of our remaining volunteers. A lockdown survivor.
He's hiding from you behind the video.
What could be Gimli's last. Well, he's not getting hand fed. Let's see where he is. So, alright, decided to go in and wait for his milk. So we've had quite the progress over the last week. With Gimli, we moved him from the training feeding cage to the proper intro cage feeding cage, and he started using it straight away.
10:59, 9:59.
And his milk consumption has skyrocketed from about 60 ml a day to about 140, which is quite phenomenal. So he's got his thirst, and today's the big day, because once he's drinking from the feeding cage, he doesn't need us anymore. So today, in fact in about half an hour, this door is going to be open and he's going to get to start meeting foster moms from the trip. So it's been slow progress with Gimli due to the condition he arrived in, and it's taken him a long time to start drinking properly. As I say, he started interacting with the trip a lot more. He's just having a lot more fun and drinking, so time for us to get out of here and let the monkeys take over. So this is the last shift now before we start. So right beside Gimli's cage, inside the James troop, we have Luna just here with her foster mama emblem. They're still together. So this is the female we're going to try and introduce him to. This is Lychee. A little on the chunky side, but she's fostered babies before. And she's been the one at the door mostly. Seems to have shown the most interest. Gimli's got something stuck in his food pouch. Which surprises people sometimes, but these vervets and other South African primates have food pouches in their cheeks so they can store food.
Today we're down at the James enclosure, and it's the first time Gimli's going to meet his foster mum, so we're all very excited today. When Gimli arrived, he was very traumatised, curled up in a ball. He was found in a warehouse, packing house, wet, and literally just a ball of trauma. And, you know, it was February that he came in, and it's taken a long time to get to this point. And during the last week, he's actually been really good at drinking milk in the feeding cage, which means the next stage of his rehabilitation can happen, and that's going to be today. So we're really happy with his progress, and it's so nice to be able to see him climbing and playing, and now that he's finally got to this stage. So Gimli's trying to get closer to Briani, who's busy eating a seed pod. Such a brave little man.
The reactions of the foster mother in these cases are very, very important. And Briani has got quite a bit of experience bringing up youngsters before. So as you can see, she doesn't just go out and try and pick him up. Somehow she seems to sense that this little youngster has suffered trauma, and any quick reaction from her part is probably going to destroy the relationship in the beginning. So she takes a role of pretending she's ignoring him, although she's always keeping an eye on him and watching what he's doing.
So this is Gimli's first contact, and it's Briani, and he doesn't seem too intimidated at all.
Gimli is being such a brave little man, we actually can't believe it's the same monkey that arrived back in February, who was a complete wreck. Literally within the first few minutes he approached Briani. Now he's already sat there, sharing a seed pod.
So Briani's still acting very calm and taking a very passive stance to the whole situation, which is great. Gimli's actually very brave and he's doing some funny little things, which is kind of weird. So he's trying to attract her attention to him, but she's holding back as best she can. She hasn't made any kind of movement towards him to touch him or hold him or anything like that. So it is kind of remarkable. She's being very gentle and taking her time in the whole process at the moment.
We've got Aisha on the right, looking in from outside.
The one by the door is Aisha.
And there's two men. Kevin, Gabe, and Logan.
There's a whole audience watching by the gate. We've got Aisha there, Juno, Luna, Gabe, Aroha. They're also excited for Gimli's big day, it looks like it. Everybody wants to meet the new member of the troupe. We've got Luna on the right, who's going to be Gimli's sister, in terms of foster sister. All depends who his mum's going to be. But nonetheless, she will be part of his family at some point.
So we're down at H&B. We have Nico, integration staff, master integrator. We've just put some new ropes on. This is a new integration. This is, see if we can get him in the camera here. This is Jinx, just in center shot now. He moved down here last year. In October, September, October, or was it earlier? Maybe earlier, yeah. Maybe July or something. So he's next in line to go in. So at the minute we're just starting single shifts. This is only the second shift. So we'll see who turns up. It's something we start very slowly. Just 1 hour, 2 hour shifts at the start, just to get them used to meeting the monkeys face to face, and then we slowly build it from there. So this is Luxie, the alpha female's daughter, who's almost surely going to take over as the alpha. She's very dominant. She's always first in. And she's by far the most aggressive monkey in the troop. And we just had a visit from Tripod. One of our oldest bandits. So as it is mating season, Jinx has to be very careful about how he interacts with the females, or else the other males in the troop aren't going to be very happy. So rightfully keeping his distance. So this is Mika, our little juvenile female expat, and it's taken a long time with our integration process, as we had to pause for our baby season, and all the work was with the rescued babies, so Mika was on hold for a while. So we've just restarted. So the first few days were a bit slow, but now she's starting to regain some confidence again, and she's going out. So of course at this stage we're letting her out into the enclosure, and hopefully she's going to stay out there eventually. But we don't rush them. We keep her indoor cage as her safe zone, so she runs back when she's a little nervous. So she's still coming back and staying in here at night time.
So Gimli's been following Briani around, and now he's climbed up to the top perch and sitting with her. Still trying to get that seed pod. Gimli's trying to play with Briani, so he's just kind of mouthing at her knees. She's too busy eating her seed pod. She hasn't got time for babies right now. Got Juno on the right there, just giving Luna big hugs. We're hoping the same for Gimli. Briani's trying to get out, but it's a little bit more complicated because the other monkeys all try and come in at the same time. So we're just waiting for a gap.
Sorry, missed a chance.
Looks like Briani just wants to let everybody else in. There's Gabe. And that's Neville just there trying to sneak in. There's Leechy there in the background. I've been trying to get her in. She's just on the left. She's also been the one that's been interacting lots with Gimli.
So Briani being very diplomatic, as you can see, she still hasn't made any attempt to go for Gimli, in fact pretending she doesn't even know he's around. This is building up his confidence, so he's getting used to being close to her and seeing that she's no threat, so that when she does try eventually get him close, he's not going to be too frightened of her. So she's got to be very, very careful of the interaction, but she's playing the game very, very well.
Okay, Brianna, here's a chance. Neville's left.
Gimli's doing everything he can to try and get Brianni's attention, pulling her tail, mouthing it, poking her, but she's still busy. Brianni's just given the first cuddle.
So you can see what a real good mother she is. She just gave him a nice big hug there, so it's the first hug from another monkey that little Gimli's had since he's lost his mom. And he was a little bit scared there, but she didn't hold on too long, just long enough, and then sort of let him go. But she's also not kind of letting him get his own way, because he does now want to take it into a bit of a game. But she's a little bit of a serious mom, and she's standing her ground. So far things are looking very, very positive with these two.
He's like, I want to play.
So Briani says ready to go out the door already, holding on to Gimli. She's ready to take him out. He just needs a little bit more time in the intro cage before we can do that step.
Thank you everybody for watching. We really do appreciate it. For those that are clicking on the ads and watching some of them, people who have donated, it really has helped. We are in a very tough time, so if you can encourage others to join to visit our crowdfunding page, also to join our channel, and if they are able to donate, it is going to make a very big difference as we battle to get through this lockdown. Thank you, and see you all next week.